Ever since I threw in this MOMO steering wheel, I've needed something else to match the interior. And maybe you guys just got your first Miata and you're looking for a cheap aftermarket option, spruce up your interior, make it your own. In today's video, we are installing one of the cheapest additions you can throw in your NC Miata and make the interior all that much better.
The boots I chose were red stitching on the black leather, and they fit basically all models of NC generation Miatas. And they're super cheap at about $30 for both. Installing these are really easy. Just start by removing your shift knob, pull on the back of your stock boot and pull upwards, and then slide the front tab out from your center console and then slide it off the end. Remove things like your rubber padding, the interior cup holder. Pop off the back of your center console. Then start removing the 3 screws that hold your center console down. 1 is inside the cup holder slot, and then 2 on the back underneath that cover. Grab both sides of the front of your console and then pry upwards and outwards at the same time, and it should pop off. This is the hardest part about getting the console out. There's 2 plugs to your window switches underneath. I used a flathead screwdriver to get them out, and then once you get them out, pull your e-brake up just a little bit further and everything should slide right out from the center of the car. So let's start by disassembling your OEM e-brake. There's 2 screws on the bottom, just take those off, and then the shell will come off the bottom, and then there's an inner shell on the inside of the boot that you'll also pry out from inside. This holds the boot onto the little shell itself. There's little tabs that you have to pry off on each side, but super easy to do, only takes a couple minutes. You might have to add a few little holes in the e-brake boot. I had to add all of them actually. So take a marker that's colored so you can see and just line it up with the stock e-brake boot, and then mark where each little slot and hole is on your new e-brake boot. And then take a sharp knife and just make little slices. Don't do too much. You will have a little bit of wiggle room, so if you make them slightly bigger, it won't be a huge deal. But just make sure they're aligned, accurate, and it'll go on just as well as the OEM unit did. Once you've got your holes all cut in, take that inner shell, start working your way around the leather e-brake boot, putting it on all of the little tabs. You're gonna have to pull and stretch it a little bit just to get it to fit perfectly, but once they're all in, it'll be secure. Then take the outer shell and place it over the top. It aligns pretty easily. There's those little tabs that you had to undo. Snap those in, put your 2 screws in, and then you are done with your e-brake boot. Now the shift boot is just as easy. It's about the same kind of process. There's 4 screws on the bottom of your center console. Just remove those and your e-brake boot will slide right out of the bottom of the center console. There's going to be a little bit of tension with this outer shell, the little trim ring, but just pull around all the edges and don't be afraid to pry pretty hard. Mine was a little sticky for some reason, but once you get it off, it's off. And then same thing, little tabs around the inner shell, pop your boot off of them and it'll come off. The shift boot that I got only was missing a couple tabs, but work your way around. It goes on a specific way. There's some tabs that are spaced out differently, so it's really hard to kind of mess this up, but take your time. It's easy to just rearrange them if you need to. And then you can see here that I had to add a couple of little slots in the boot to fit on the inner shell. Once you're happy with everything, take that outer shell and slide it over the top, and you'll just have to press down a little bit to get everything to tension into place. Put it back into the bottom of your center console. There's a tab that aligns everything. Remount your 4 screws. And these just look so awesome. They're so new and just look way better than stock. Reassembling everything is the exact opposite of disassembling everything. So you'll just put everything back just like you did in reverse order. Not much to explain here, but you get the idea. I'm super happy with how this turned out. I really think it matches everything perfectly. And there's all sorts of colors that you can pick, but I chose red because, let's face it, red's fastest.
If you haven't gotten a set of door straps yet, definitely go down in the description to check out superautomotiveaccessories.com, where you can also buy a sweet shirt with a really cool design. I'm super excited to announce this new design with the NC Miata. It's super sick, but you can pick up one of those or our other shirts or hats there. But as for your new interior with your new leather boots on the shifter and e-brake, it just looks so much better. It is like a pleather, so you can stretch it and mold it a little bit. It will wear out after a couple years. The last set I had on was a pleathery vinyl leather kind of thing and started to crack in places, but that was after a couple years. And for around 30 bucks, you just get a new set like this, throw them in, and you are off to a fresher interior. Everything does start a little stiff, but like I said, it'll kind of loosen up over time. But for right now, I think it looks great. Definitely adds a little bit of extra spice to the interior, and now matches our MOMO horn and wheel with the red stitching on the wheel as well, and the door strap. So super excited at a cohesive interior. I like to keep the interior simple, but a little bit of flair here and there with like some red accenting. I am all about it. So the link for this product is down in the description below as well. It is just off of eBay, so it gets to your door like within a week. It's not from overseas, it ships from the United States, so you don't have to wait too long. And with always, thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go down below, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos on the NC Miata. Give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments below. I'll see you in the next one.